so this one will be okay. I I fixed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I fixed it. I like how you were talking shit earlier too. Like,
Uh,
none of my friends are tech savvy, so
I know.
it's like burn.
Yeah, it's all on purpose. Everything's done on purpose. All right.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna put it in the comments too. I'm gonna put it in the description, like new editing style by George.
New editing style. Change the game, dude.
Yeah, flipping it up.
All right, so let's do it,
But
dude. It's
but okay. In any case, we're here. Nice little bonus episode for y'all here at Not a Strong Start. So you're stuck with me and Chuck. We just watched
the nerd and the
what
nympho.
the Nerd and the Nymph. I think you can tell who is who.
It
Magic Mike
changes
George.
every episode. It changes.
Yeah,
So
it depends on the haircut.
yeah, and George has the fancy haircut, so he's the
uh,
nymph.
got my V-neck on. Got
Yeah,
this today.
dude.
So we saw a movie recently. It was Black Adam.
hmm
Has The Rock in it, my boy, throwing the smackdown on superheroes. But the question is, was it fucking good?
You want me to go first?
Chuck? Yeah, because I couldn't tell. We kind of had a little conversation on our group chat, and I honestly could not tell if you liked it or not.
Yeah,
It was not
I knew
obvious.
we were recording, so I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna kind of not surprise him, but I'll be like, you know what? He'll know when we record, and now we're
Yeah.
recording. So I fucking loved it, dude.
Loved it. Oh shit, that's high praise.
I loved it. I do. Yeah, I know you guys do like numbers, right? Or like 1 to 10,
Yeah.
and I get shit for doing fucking grades. And honestly, dude, I gave it an A-, dude. I loved it.
Damn, that's some real high
Yeah.
praise. A
I
minus.
yeah, I want to see it again. Like I loved it. I think The Rock did a good job. I think there were times where, and I don't know Black Adam lore, right? Like
Okay.
I know he's kind of a bad guy more. Is that accurate?
He he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy, right?
In the
Okay.
comic books, he's just a bad guy. Recently, they made him in kind of like a anti-hero thing.
He's kind of no spoilers, but kind of he's an anti-hero. It's
Yeah,
The Rock. Of course, that's what you're gonna get.
exactly.
And so I think he did a good job. I think the effects were great. Like especially seeing some of the shitty ones, like Love and Thunder. Like there's been a lot of very lacking special
Uh,
effects. I think they went all out. I loved the Justice Society. Like I heard shit about Hawkman. I thought he did good. Pierce Brosnan
oh
was the
yeah,
fucking man. Like Pierce Brosnan was awesome. I would love if they did something Doctor Fate. Like, so
yeah.
but I loved it. What did you think?
I didn't love it. I will
Okay.
say that. But I didn't hate it either.
Mhm.
This is not my typical of like, no, this is just so stupid. It sucked. It's not Rings of Power again. No, this was actually, I think of all the DCEU films, this has been one of the better, like, entertaining films. I
Yeah.
don't think it tells a great story, and I don't think it depicts all the characters as it should. But
Mhm.
can I say it wasn't fun? That would be a lie. It was so fun. Like, I
Yes.
think it's been the best capture to of superpowers. Like,
Yeah.
if in compared to say to Shazam was a really fun movie, but it didn't capture the superpowers the way this one did.
Yeah.
Like the speed, I felt like
Speed.
he felt fast. It
Yeah,
wasn't
he
always the
felt
stupid
fast.
like slowing down and then he's looking at everyone be slow. It's like no. It was from that perspective of like the bad guy who he's about to attack, and you're just like, where'd he go? And it's like
Yeah.
he's just right there. It's like almost like a horror film.
I was
Like
just gonna say that. It was like
like
scary. Like he's like boom, boom,
yeah, and it's like, oh shit,
like
like you felt like that little jump with them. I thought that was
yeah.
really cool. Like he felt intimidating. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to fuck with this guy. And granted, it's The Rock. The Rock is a huge freaking dude.
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't want to mess with The Rock to begin with. But
Yeah.
I felt like he felt imposing. This is a
Yeah.
guy like if he had to go against, let's say, the Justice League, it's like they might have to watch out. Like he's going to be a threat.
Yeah, I mean, I would put his powers pretty close. I mean, I know Superman's the epitome of it, but like the way they displayed his powers, um, very formidable.
Yeah.
So, and that's what kind of what I kind of liked, and maybe it was a little inconsistent, but like him throwing down with Hawkman, and for the most part, Hawkman got his ass beat,
Yeah.
but he still put up a fight, and so I'm like, okay. I like Hawkman. What did you think of Adam Smasher and what's the girl's name again?
Cyclone.
Yeah, what you
Yeah,
think of them?
I thought that honestly they could have put anyone else in those two character spots, and it
Yeah,
wouldn't have changed the movie whatsoever.
yeah,
It would have been
I,
the same film.
yeah. I liked them though. I
They
liked
were
them.
cute. They were
Yeah,
cute. Yeah.
yeah,
It felt like they Adam Smasher was just Ant-Man,
yeah.
you
Ant Man
know,
and God, he reminded me of somebody else too. The Flash.
that childishness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they were combined,
Yeah.
which I don't mind both those characters. I like both of
Yeah,
them.
they're
Yeah,
fun. They're both fun personalities, but it felt just like, all right, in Ant-Man, we had an old guy who was the professional superhero, but he's old now. And then we got this guy who doesn't know how to be a superhero, and he takes his suit, and it's gonna be funny seeing him try to become like this hero,
yeah.
being all clumsy about it. But you had a whole like 2 hour film to develop that, and it's fun seeing that journey. They
Right.
took the concept of that, and it's like, we're just gonna drop that into this 5 minute character, and you guys are just gonna like it, you know. And I just
Yeah.
felt, and I couldn't help but feel this is where it's a little gripey, but it kind of felt it's like, how is he a part of this team? Hawkman put this team together. Why did he choose him? He seems so clumsy, like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, why is he there?
Yeah, and
Why
Hawkman was
is
like annoyed by him the whole time,
yeah.
right? But he chose him,
Which I guess
and
is
I
kind
don't
of spoilery. Sorry for this little spoiler kind of thing, but I don't think it's ruining the story in any kind of facet.
no, no, not at all. And I don't know, like he talks to Amanda Waller, who runs the Suicide Squad, or what do they call it? They call
There's
it
a
something.
spoiler. Amanda Waller's in the film.
Yeah, she's in the preview though. She's in the preview.
She is? Oh, okay. I guess I
Yeah,
stopped watching trailers at a certain point.
yeah, yeah. A Task Force X,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, so it's kind of like who put this team together? Where's the Suicide Squad? I had kind of those questions. It's like,
yeah.
why did they send the Justice Society? Why not the Suicide Squad? Did they just something happened in Peacemaker, right? They got disbanded in Peacemaker, maybe. Um,
Possibly, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I was a little kind of unclear with that and her communication with them, but I guess she had the resources to if they were to capture Black Adam,
To
then
keep him captive, yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. Do you think that like The Rock, right? He has like this plan for DC and Black Adam and hierarchy. Do you think he accomplished that stuff?
Uh, I think for what he wanted, yes. I think because he wants a darker hero, but who's still a hero at the end of the
Right.
day, you know. And I wouldn't say he was like a Superman in the sense of like his morals and
Right.
how they lied. You're like Superman's just gonna do the right thing regardless. Batman's gonna
Yeah.
do the right thing regardless. You don't have to talk them into it.
Yeah.
They had to kind of coax him like, hey, like you've already saved us once. Just continue saving
Yeah.
us. Just keep doing it. You're doing it already. But the fact that they had to convince him, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess you're right. You know. But I think this is where like I have the knowledge of the comic books,
Yeah.
so I can't pretend like it doesn't kind of ruin it for me. In the books, he's a bad guy. He is
Right.
evil. He's
He's
the
evil.
he's the opposite of Shazam. He's
Right.
supposed to be Shazam's ultimate nemesis,
Like Nemesis, right?
you know. And with how this is, it's like I don't see that happening now. Like there's no way to turn him into Shazam's like bad
Yeah.
guy, you
Unless he
know.
has some sort of story arc or something that changes, like maybe,
Yeah, but it's extreme, I think,
yeah, like maybe
you
Shazam
know.
accidentally kills that kid that he loves,
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right. Like Shazam messes up by accident, but
Yeah,
that
and
would
then
make Shazam the bad guy and not him.
see, that would be cool. I would get on board with that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, and just to kind of go back a little bit, like, what did you rate it?
It was I put like 6.5 or a 7, which I
Uh,
know compared to your A minus, it sounds like
yeah,
I didn't enjoy it.
yeah. I'm
It's
all, what the fuck's your problem,
yeah,
dude?
yeah. But it's
But
because like there's in comparison to other superhero films, there's been better.
yeah, no,
You
of
know,
course.
there's been a lot better, you know.
Yeah.
Will I watch it again? Probably. I probably will watch it
I want
again,
to. I've been
you
thinking about
know.
it. I don't usually know like right when I get out of a movie if I want to watch it again yet.
Yeah.
Like a few days, I'm like,
You got to
I
ruminate on
miss
it.
it. Like I miss it, and I'm like, I kind of want to watch it again.
Yeah.
And I do. I actually do want to see it again. I enjoyed so many different aspects to that movie, and I liked all the characters. I liked the Justice Society. Like they were cool. I
Yeah.
liked, yeah, Pierce Brosnan. Dude's a fucking stud. Did you
They
like Dr. Fate?
that was a great pick for that character.
Yeah.
I actually envisioned him as Dr. Fate. It was perfect.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
voice and everything, and I
yeah,
like how, like, when he talks, kinda I don't know if it's through the helmet or whatever, but they, like, distort his voice
the
a little
voice,
bit.
yeah.
Totally into that.
Yeah,
So
and it should be like that because he's possessed. This
that's
powerful
right.
entity is taking over his body. He's not actually that guy anymore. Now he is Doctor Fate, which is something altogether, something different.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true, that's true.
I thought that was handled pretty well in that essence. There's certain aspects of it that could have been better. Like I think my why I don't have it ranked as high as you do is because I saw too much of the mirroring of the MCU.
Doctor Strange,
You
right.
know, yeah, Doctor Fate I believe is an older character,
Yeah,
but Strange is now popular, so
yeah.
they mimicked like the I'm just from here on out spoilers. Just make that clear.
Spoilers are we're
We've
going
we've
spoilers now.
yeah, because
So just real quick, we liked it, I loved it, he
yeah,
liked it, go watch it. We're getting into
yeah,
spoilers.
it's gonna be way better than most of the other DCEU stuff you've seen so far, honestly. In the sense of like it's just a fun movie,
Yeah.
despite there being some dark tones, because he straight up kills bitches.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
It's a fun murder fest.
And like for me, like I think about like movies, right? And in my grades, like sometimes there's just like a really good movie and it'll get a high grade for me because I think it's well done, well written, well directed. And sometimes like it doesn't have like a high rewatchable factor for me, but I recognize this is a really good fucking movie. This movie gets an A minus, whatever. But I also kind of grade a little bit on how much fun and how much
Yeah,
enjoyment I got out of it. And that's what like do I think like movie wise making that like is that an A minus movie? Like no, probably like around a B, but for how much fun I had and how much I enjoyed it, it was an A minus. I had a good time. The person I went with, she had a good time, like it was good, like we had a great time. So
yeah, and that's the thing. First, I went with
fun.
my wife last night, and it was just pure fun, honestly, for the most part. But it's true, like you talk about like the how the movie was filmed, how it was put together. There's a lot of aspects where it's just like too much slow mo. Did I need that much slow mo? Like every
Yeah.
time Cyclone does her shit, it's always just like I'm pretty, and
Oh yeah, yes, I
every
noticed
single
that.
time she did
I
her
noticed.
shit, that's what
Like,
it
what's
was.
her superpower? She's pretty. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
it's like what's she doing? She's just being pretty in slow mo. That's all. It was like every fucking time. Like I think they had a still shot of that, and then
Yeah,
they
that's
just
right.
reused it. It was repurposed
See,
every
like
time.
that to me, I'm like, meh. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the first 15 minutes, there was a lot of exposition, a lot of, like I was a
yeah,
little bit bored. I'm like, oh, it was a little cheesy and corny. But once it got past that, I had so much fun. Like
yeah.
I was like, wow, I'm having a great time, eating my fucking nachos and my Slurpee. And I was just like, this movie's dope. I think The Rock did a good job, so
Yeah, and it's actually not heavy dialogue, I felt. Like
yeah,
when you get the action, it punches. It keeps on going.
yeah.
You probably have 5 minutes like, all right, we're gonna talk for a second. Up, we're back at it again. He's off. Like, and it kind of felt like that with them as it's just a society is witnessing him do his shit. Like
Yeah.
eventually they team up and they're like going over their plans. Like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna infiltrate and we're gonna do this, and one by one, we're gonna do that. And they're like, oh, what the hell's that?
He's
And it's
gone.
like, oh,
Yeah.
he's doing that.
He's gone.
He's gonna do this instead. So let's I guess we'll just kill people now. I guess.
Yeah, and I only know Hawkman from like some of the DCU like cartoons or Justice
Yeah.
League Limited. Like how do you feel like his portrayal was in this movie compared to like do you think
Uh
they did him justice?
Haha, justice.
No pun intended.
I think his demeanor was done well. Like
Uh-huh.
he's usually a very hard, stoic person,
Yeah.
and he's very stubborn. And this is the path, this is what we're doing. I feel they stuck with that. The thing they probably missed is that he there's two origins for his character. Either he's from another planet of warriors who are killers,
Right.
or he's a reincarnated being who's still a warrior type being who again still believes in killing can be the solution to stopping this threat. They took that away from him
Took
in
that
this,
completely.
you
Right.
know, and I felt that that was a missed opportunity to have a really good relationship with Black Adam.
Right.
Because if they had it be where Dr. Fate or even let's say Adam Smasher, who is so doe-eyed and so youthful and
Yeah.
positive, he should have been the one that's like, oh no, we're not supposed to kill people. That's not how my uncle trained me. We're supposed to save everybody. But
Yeah.
you could have had Hawkman on the side. It's like, I don't know, I kind of like his style. You know,
Yeah.
because you can't have a superhero who has a mace and an axe and it's just like, don't kill people. Then what are you doing with that
That's
axe?
true.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
What
what
are you doing with that axe?
are you just like bonking people on the head on with the flat side? Like, don't be bad, you know?
So in this movie, does Hawkman have super like him superpowers abilities? Because he got his ass beat a lot, and I feel like
Yeah.
if he was just a dude with like the suit, he probably would have been dead,
Yeah,
maybe.
no, he should
You
have
know?
powers. He should have the super strength, the flight, and everything, some sense of
Okay.
invulnerability to a certain level. Not
Okay.
Superman level invulnerability, but it's kind of up there at least.
Because they didn't really show that, right? Like they didn't show him without his thing, like maybe fighting without his armor or getting
Yeah,
shot without his armor or something, like
yeah. And the
where I
armor
know.
helps. Like they kind of address it with the whole like nth metal. Like they mention it and
Ah,
how
right.
it's impenetrable, like it's the strongest
Got
metal
it.
in their
Got it.
world. The nth metal is a magical strong metal, kind of like how Mjolnir is
Right.
in the MCU. It's
Right.
some or even adamantium or vibranium. It's at that kind of level
Yeah,
of
because his
strength.
whole ship is made out of that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why like it can withstand a lot of the things that happen to it.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then we'll end with the end credit, right? So, spoiler,
Yeah.
massive spoiler for the people who don't know. Dan didn't know. And now Jose
I
ruined that
know
for him.
it was everywhere in the
It
news. Like
was.
Superman's in the film for like one
Well,
second.
what's funny? The person I went with, she didn't know. She was like, "Is there cameos?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Who? Tell me. And I'm like, "No, no. I want to experience this with
Yeah, yeah.
like curiously through because I know who's in it. And he came out. She was like, "Ah!" And I was like, and it's funny because this dude at the end of the movie, he got up to go to the bathroom, and I was like,
Oh no. Oh no,
"Dude,
no, no.
yeah." And I wanted to tell him, right? Like, "Hey,
Yeah.
bro,
It's like,
just."
don't,
And
don't.
I've done it before in the past because I know if you're like me, we pretty much know end credits sometimes before we even see the movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like I've told people before, well, wait, you're gonna want to wait, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And this fucker got up and he went. I was like, maybe he'll be back.
Yeah.
He fucking missed it, dude. He went back, and
Oh.
I'm like, "Did you see Superman?" What? And he was like, "No." And his buddy was like, "I fucking told you, dude." And he was like, "Fuck. No, there was a line." And he wasn't talking to me anymore. He was talking to him, but he was like, "There's a
Yeah.
fucking line." And he just missed it, dude. But what did you think of Cavill coming back? Or what did you
uh
think of his entrance? All of it. What did you think?
honestly, I love Henry Cavill Superman. He's
Yeah.
my Superman.
Yeah.
It used to be Christopher Reeves. He still is, but for this day and age, Cavill's my boy. I love
Yeah.
that guy.
Me too.
I
Me
want him
too.
in everything.
Yeah.
you know. And so I was happy to see him, and I was happy to hear that he was going to be there. But I don't. Did he add anything for me? Not really. I'm questioning like why would he be connected to Amanda Waller? Like Waller doesn't really associate herself with the Justice League all that
Right.
much. Like she kind of does, but at the same time, like it's more like she's monitoring them than she is working with them.
Right.
Just like the Justice Society thing's felt odd, like you were talking about earlier. I want to know what that connection is because she's not generally tied to them.
Right.
Like the whole Task Force X is just because just in case they can't handle or if they mess up, it's that backup that she created.
Right.
So I'm curious of what that's supposed to be, and then having her be gifted to him. I also feel like that is like we should talk. It's like, are you guys gonna team up? It doesn't feel like you're gonna fight. It feels like you guys are gonna team up and do something.
I, I was happy, and I don't know if it was because I saw a leak, that when
Yeah,
he came out, I wasn't as excited, and I wanted more, even though I already knew what it was. I wanted just 5 more seconds. I don't know,
yeah,
something.
yeah,
It didn't feel like anything other than like he's back.
yeah,
Maybe, maybe right. Like I think he signed on to do one more cameo in the Flash. And
yeah.
after that, like it's kind of maybe there's talks for Superman 2,
The
Man of
last thing I
Steel 2.
saw was a headline about it was a small article, but Warner Brothers is supposedly working on another movie with Cavill, like it's him as Superman,
Right.
as a possible follow-up to Man of Steel. But I question if it'll just be a whole brand new Man of Steel altogether, like how they did with like the Suicide Squad, where like it's a sequel, but also like a soft reboot.
Like a soft reboot,
I
right?
imagine that's what the direction they would go in.
Yeah, maybe.
But as
But
long as like I have him as Superman, I don't care. Just give me him as Superman. That's all I want.
yeah, how do we have I mean, I loved Shazam, right? The first one, but how are we at part two of that and we don't have the
Yeah,
most popular, powerful character in both fucking MCU D's like in
the
with one movie?
superhero of superheroes, the
Yeah.
first superhero.
Yeah, and he's got one movie and a couple of headless cameos, you know? It's like or
Yeah,
Shadow, you know? Like that to me is wrong. And Cavill, I love him as Superman. I don't have to work with the fucking guy from what I hear, you know, but like he's awesome. He fucking looks like Superman. Like,
and he loves the character. He
yeah.
loves the character. He knows the character. You know what I love about him the most? When I'm talking about Black Adam now, but is the fact he was in an interview and they were talking about like I think football teams or whatever. His favorite football team is Kansas. Who's the team of Kansas? Freaking the Chiefs?
The can wait, can football or college?
Football. Like NFL.
I mean
It's the
I mean
Chiefs, isn't
Kansas
it?
City's in Missouri though, right?
What?
Well, the Chiefs are Kansas City, but I think they're in Missouri. No?
Not Kansas?
I don't think so.
Pretty sure it's Kansas.
I don't know,
Let's,
dude.
for argument's sake, it's with Kansas City Chiefs, right? But like his favorite team is that team because he believes that's what Superman's team would be,
Oh, okay.
being from Kansas. Because he's from the
That works for
UK.
me.
He's from the
Yeah.
UK. He doesn't care about football, but because
Yeah.
of that, he likes
Football's
football.
soccer to him.
He loves American football now because of that. And he
Yeah.
watched that's his team because he's that guy. He's like,
He's that fucking
he's like,
guy.
I'm
He's that guy.
Superman.
That works for me, dude.
Yeah, I love it. That's dedication. That's
Yeah, and I want him back. You know, I want them all back, dude. I don't know what everybody says and what they think, but I liked the Justice League. I liked Batman versus Superman. I liked Man of Steel. Like, I mean, I think the director's cut is a lot better of BVS than the theatrical.
yeah.
I don't know if you feel well how you feel,
It's bloated, but yeah,
but it's
it
better,
has
you
moments
know.
that are better.
Yeah, so like, I mean, we can get into a whole new thing with
Yeah,
that,
that's a
but
whole other thing. This was
yeah.
just a quick bonus, very quick. Watch Black Adam. We liked it, loved it.
Go
It's
watch it.
worth it.
Yeah, it's
Watch
good.
Black
Watch it.
Adam rip some fuckers in half.
Yeah. There you go.
They are not shy about him killing motherfuckers in this thing.
Yeah, watch Black Adam kill some motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like Black Adam, you'll love the fucking Rock. If you don't like the Rock, you'll love Pierce Brosnan. Just go fucking watch
Yeah.
it.
What do you like? It doesn't matter what you like.
There you go, dude. Or
All
there
right.
you go. There's the nerd and the nympho.
Yeah, if you guys like this, you want more bonus content, always follow us. Keep that notification bell hit and rung. Comments, let us know your thoughts. Are you watching it this weekend? Did you see it already? What's going on? What'd
Let
you
us know.
think?
Let
Yeah.
us know.
What's your rating? Until next time, follow us on Not a Strong Start. Chuck
Chad,
at
Chad Radwell 12.
George at Nicolopoulos.
There we go.
Anywhere. Peace out for now.
Yeah.